You've probably watched a dozen videos from famous YouTubers telling you how to grow your YouTube channel. But all of those famous YouTubers have $1 million budgets, have a team of editors with fancy super videos. And so what works for them doesn't work for you and me. Meanwhile, I'm here getting over 100,000 views repeatedly on a 12-year-old camera without fancy editing, just talking heads like this. And so let me show you what I would do if I would be starting again in 2025. First things first. All of the research that you've been doing, all of the planning that you've been doing, watching all of the videos, and then going into the community on Discord and asking questions to all sorts of YouTubers and thinking it all through and researching and reading all of the books and reading all of the comment sections and all of that. And what have you done? You've produced 0 videos, nothing. And so this is not how it works. The secret that all of these YouTubers that you are admiring used is very simple. None of them knew how to build a YouTube channel before they did. And so you have to stop researching and start doing. Society has it backwards. Society thinks you first have to go to school and then you do the thing. First you do research and then you do the thing. But the reality of the situation is that you first do the thing badly. And then, as you stumble upon problems, you go into research mode to solve those problems. And then you progress and you improve. And then you repeat that process over and over again until you are rich and famous and have a hot girl next to you. That's the process. That's the secret. Now, truth be told, this is not that big of a secret. First do the thing and then you learn. Okay, got it. Let me give you a better secret. So this is step number 2, and while I'm giving you the secret, I'm showing some videos. Normally I don't do any editing over here. This is new stuff. So I'm showing you videos of low subscriber count channels that are just riffing it like me in front of a camera. No fancy editing, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of views. They're getting massive amounts of views just without any editing. Super easy. What you are witnessing here is a secret. And the secret is very simple. The algorithm is changing in 2025 because of 2 things. Number 1, the algorithm is changing, but number 2, people are sick of the editing. They don't care about Mr. Beast. $100 million for Lost Leave the Circle is becoming boring. It's not an original idea. It's not interesting. Nobody cares about a train that is driving into the pit and then, like, it's stupid, you know? It's stupid content and people are sick of this. When they are watching these overly edited videos, they understand that they are being manipulated by all of that editing. And they want authentic voices. They want small, normal people with authentic voices speaking, giving advice, building videos. This is the secret that the top level creators want to hide from you. Because if you know this, then you will start to create videos and they will have yet less views because more people like you come on the scene and take their views away. Now, I want to point out that this was not possible 3 years ago. 3 years ago, people like Mr. Beast and all of his copycats were winning massively because this editing trick that they were playing on the minds of people worked way too well. Nowadays, the algorithm is catching on. It kind of starts to understand how to trick that. And it's allowing low-level newbie creators with just a talking head video to win again. As they should, if they do it properly. And so what does properly mean? Well, the meta of YouTube, the algorithm was favoring these insanely edited videos, the manipulations with fast-paced editing, and then it changed into titles, thumbnails, and intros. Titles, thumbnails, and intros are responsible for 90% of the video's performance. If you get your title, thumbnail, and intro right, then you will get massive amounts of views, regardless of your personality, regardless of how funny you are, regardless of how good looking you are, regardless of how old you are, regardless of your editing, regardless of everything that you could possibly be doing. Like, I'm literally giving you the shots here, okay? This is some straight shooting thing. It is just title, thumbnail, and intro. That's it. That is the algorithm at this very moment. If you take, for example, my video, how to find an art style so fast it feels illegal. It got by now 50,000 views or whatever it got in a month's time or 2 months' time. If you would change that title, or if I would have used a different title, namely how to find your art style fast, then that video would have gotten 2,000 views. That's it. The difference between 2,000 views and 50,000 views in 2 months' time, this will get over 100,000 views eventually, in 2 months' time, is just a fucking title. That's it. If you get your titles, thumbnails, and intros right, you will get all of the views in the world that you could possibly dream of. This is what the big YouTubers don't want to tell you. You don't see Ali Abdaal telling you this. You don't see these big YouTubers with their millions of subscribers telling you exactly this, because they are afraid that if you know that you will start out competing them. And the real truth, if I would have my conspiracy hat on, which I can have a conspiracy hat. Okay, this from now on is my conspiracy hat. I actually believe, this is a conspiracy theory, I just made it up in my mind, okay? But I actually believe that Mr. Beast, with his Lost Leaves the Circle content, is a hoax. I don't actually think it's real. I don't actually think that he organically got hundreds of millions of views. Are you going to tell me that we live in a world where, I don't know how many views it is, like let's say 700 million views, it's gonna be on the screen or something. Are you going to tell me that we live in a world where 700 million people actually want to watch Lost Leaves the Circle wins $1 million? That's a fucking joke. It's a boring idea. It's a boring fucking idea. So no, I don't believe that. I think this is manipulated. I think YouTube or other platforms have created the whole Mr. Beast idea and are promoting this for whatever behind the scenes strategy that they have. Step number 4. So step 4 of your master plan. The plan that will make you rich and famous and have all these hot girls next to you, and you're dancing on yachts, you're just having the best time of your life, you're in your 60s, you're building any project that you want, you're working on whatever you want, money is not a problem, several income streams coming your way, all of it. Step number 4. A lot of people are afraid that YouTube is too saturated, that whatever videos they make, it will be lost in the noise. There are way too many people creating YouTube videos, and not just that. Oh no, look at the quality of videos that are being created. Look at Mr. Beast. Look at how amazing his ideas, his content, just out of the world. He's drawing these circles in grass. Can you believe that? $100 million for Lost Leaves the Circle. It's unbelievable. I can never compete against Mr. Beast. His ideas are just way too good. How can I, as a small creator, with way less charisma than Mr. Beast, look at how hot this guy is, Mr. Beast. How can I ever stand out in this crowded marketplace? Well, the reality is that there is barely any saturation at all. Plus, even if there would be saturation resolves itself entirely, instantly, constantly, because that is how it goes. So let me explain this. Let's assume that you would want to make exactly the same videos that I make, hypothetically. Then this is not a problem. Even if there would be 10 me's in the marketplace that are stealing your viewers, then this would not be a problem, because content creators evolve. I will not be making the same content 10 years from now. I will evolve. My content will expand. I will branch out into different things. And so the space that I leave behind can be filled in by somebody else 4 years from now that is less charismatic, less funny, less amazing, less joyful, less everything. And they will get a lot of views. And so that's just the way it goes. Spaces are being left behind, new spaces are being embodied. And on top of that, let's say you make educational content. In an ideal world, the most ideal state, we are not creating one teacher for 1,000 students. In an ideal world, we shrink the amount of students. In an ideal world, one teacher for one student. That's the ideal world. We will never reach that ideal world. We will never achieve that type of extremely customized, personalized educational experience. But that's the ideal world. And as long as we are not there, there is still room for us to grow. And so that's it. If you understand that this is the ideal world and that we are far away from that, you instantly understand that there is no such thing as saturation in the first place. And so by now you start to understand that all of the things in your mind, all of the excuses in your mind are created by your brain to make sure that you don't do step 1 of this video, which was make a fucking video yourself. That's all it is. All of these things in your mind are made up by you to keep you safe from taking a risk that could potentially go wrong. And besides, what is the worst thing that can possibly happen? That you are getting a negative comment, that somebody will come on your channel. You are just living your life and they take a couple of minutes out of their day to sound smart in the comment section as they are trashing you. Now, I get some of these comments from time to time. You might have seen it. And here's the reality. Let's review this once and for all, because not just on YouTube, but throughout your life, you've been afraid because of other people's reactions. And so let's think about this. What is the reality of the situation? I'm making videos. I'm helping thousands and thousands of people out. As a matter of fact, I'm probably helping tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people out because I'm getting thousands of messages in the comments, in the emails from people thanking me for what I do for them. And what do I charge people for that? Nothing. I don't charge a single goddamn thing. And so what is happening? When people are leaving negative comments on my videos, I am helping people out for free. And then there's a person that takes time out of their day to write a negative hate comment about whatever it is that they think is great. Oh, look at his hair, he should afford a comb, or whatever the fuck. All of these people that are doing that, if you actually think about it, it is very clear that all of these people are miserable. They are all living terrible lives. You and me, we would never take time out of our day. You and me, we've never done this ever in our entire lives. To take time out of our day to write a negative comment. We've never done that. And so who are these people that are doing that? These are loser people. Most of them are extremely obese. Most of them are extremely depressed. Most of them are extremely stupid. They can't even understand what we are saying. And so these fat, obese losers don't have anything to do with their time. They are completely disconnected from the world. They are wasting every single second of their day. And those people are leaving a negative bullshit comment. And so what are we actually afraid of? Are we afraid of superstar smart people that are telling us the truth? Or are we afraid of obese losers ready to die that are telling us what their loser brain came up with to feel better about themselves in that moment? It's the second one. It's the losers that are writing negative comments. And so on one hand, you have you standing there. On the other hand, you have your dreams. Millions of dollars, hot women, doing whatever you want, building any business, creative business, like making art and stuff, and just having the best time of your life, starting a new chapter in your life, you know. And in between you and that dream, you have this extremely obese, poor, very poor soul that is surviving on $1,000 a month. that is writing a negative comment because they can fathom in their loser life that somebody is actually making 20K plus in a weekend. They can think that that is possible. They don't see that in front of their reality. For them, it's all losers. And so these loser people are writing a negative comment in your fancy because you've not made a video yet. And so in your fancy, they're doing that. And that is standing in between you and your massive goal, your massive future, your massive reality. And so the question then becomes for you, do you want a loser, fat ass, obese person to hold you back from chasing your dreams in 2025? Now, talking about money, what can you actually make with YouTube? Because we all love the journey. We all think the journey is great, but we also want to make money from the journey. And so what can you actually expect to make? Well, instead of giving you the numbers that I'm making today, which is irrelevant, this is not within your reality. Let me give you one of the old videos that I made, one of the first videos that I've created. And that video, which by the way, most channels that you get advice from, they erase those videos. They erase them, so you can't watch those videos anymore. Or is there a 6th channel and the other 5 they push away so that you never find out what they were like all the way in the beginning. That's not true for my channel. You can actually go back and see the first video I ever created. And so let me show you on the screen one of the first videos and how much that video made over time. Now, mind you, this is a video that is just a talking head. There's no editing. There's no charisma. There's no joke. There's nothing. This is a video that you can make in whatever expertise level that you have, in whatever field, instantly, right now, today. So as you can see, I don't know what the number is. It's probably like $2,000 in AdSense alone. Now, talking about money, that's $2,000 for one video that I made in 2 hours. That is within your reach. And that is AdSense. Next to AdSense, you have sponsorships, which is way more money. Next to sponsorships, you have you selling your own products and services, which is way more money than sponsorships, which is already way more money than AdSense. And on top of the audience that you build, you can obviously insert other income streams. I've made videos about this in the past, as you please. And so the money side of the equation, when it comes to YouTube, is simply a great idea. It's a great idea. You already know this. But besides all of the income streams that you could add, the whole AdSense thing in and of itself is already nice. This is a particular amount that comes into my bank account that I don't even care about anymore. I forget that I have AdSense. There's one day in the month where I'm surprised and I remember, okay, there's also this thing AdSense. Okay, great. It's an extra whatever it is that month. By the way, if you want me to help you with your channel, building your channel, getting views, getting multiple income streams connected to your channel, building a business on top of your channel, then you have to fill out the form in the description. Click the link in the description, fill out the form, and then I select people based on that form. That's the only way to work one-on-one with me to get better results than me, or the same results, or slightly less results. Now, that said, in order to make this video complete, we should be talking about the #1 reason you should start a YouTube channel, and one little trick, one little process, a secret process, so to speak, that I explain that if you follow it, you will be pushing out your first video by the end of the day. It's very special. I've shared it in a video called Why All Artists Should Start a YouTube Channel Even If No One Watches. Link in the description and in the end screen. That said, get the hell out of here.